You know what's crazy? I've been thinking about something, I've been observing it, and it's this crazy thing that the most confident people, even if they're not the most intelligent, even if they're not the most skilled, the more confident person is the more successful person. I saw it last night in the NBA All-Star game. Probably the least skilled All-Star in the whole entire thing. Yeah, he's still an All-Star, but he's not anything compared to like Steph Curry and all those guys, right? He just had the confidence to shoot, and I don't even think he's the best shooter. He's not smart enough, or maybe he's not intelligent enough to think so hard, to overthink things. Oh, maybe I might miss. Oh, I'm not as good of a shooter as someone else, so I probably should pass the ball. Nah, he's just like unconsciously just chucking up the ball, and he's scoring more points because he's shooting more. He has the confidence to shoot, and that confidence carries into the way that he plays the game. He's not thinking too much, right? And so a lot of us are, and it took me so long, I'm still getting over this. A lot of us are chronic overthinkers, but we have so much talent, we have so much skill that could be shown to the world, but we're too smart for our own good, right? We're too smart for our own good. We're thinking about every little thing that could go wrong. Sometimes we have to just be dumb. Sometimes we have to dumb ourselves down. And despite our mind telling us everything that could go wrong, sometimes we just have to do it anyway. You might be sitting there just waiting for the confidence to come to you, just waiting for the right time to act. And I learned that the hard way. Nothing is gonna change. You're gonna have to face your fear at some point or the other. You're just gonna keep yourself held back for your entire life, and you're not gonna pursue what you really wanna pursue. And I am a believer that getting more confident isn't done by just forcing yourself to be more confident. It's not done by forcing these affirmations that you don't really believe. If your subconscious is not believing it, then it's going to do the opposite. It's going to make you less confident. It's going to shine a light on your lack of confidence. Trying so hard to have confidence is the epitome of low confidence. I don't think confident people are really trying to be confident. They're just comfortable. They're comfortable in every single situation, and they're not overthinking. They're not thinking, oh, what's he gonna say about me? What's my family gonna say about what I'm gonna do? How am I gonna be judged? Nah, they're not even aware of any of that. Becoming confident is really just, I think it's a process of letting go. It's not a process of doing. It's a process of letting go of all of these false beliefs and this false programming that you're running on. Really, the only thing that's holding us back is our own mind. We create our own box. We create our own limits, when in fact, no limits actually exist, just the ones that we make up in our head. It's time to just realize, hey, I don't have to feed my limitations anymore. Really start to take inventory of every way that you're limiting yourself. And then when you become aware of it, when you become aware of how you're blocking yourself, then you can throw that shit in the trash. You can discard that belief, because you can choose what you believe. And you can free yourself. You can free your mind from these self-imposed limitations that you're putting on yourself. Back when I really started to attack my anxiety, attack my low self-esteem and my low self-confidence, I realized, hey, there's some situations where I am confident. And that is when I'm in an environment when I'm fully relaxed. When I'm not thinking about anything else and I'm fully relaxed, like around people that I'm familiar with, environments that I'm familiar with, I'm confident. But then there's certain environments that I get into, high pressure situations, maybe people that I get around, where I lose confidence. And I realized that nothing about me changed. Nothing internally really changed for me. I had control over that, right? But I was letting the external determine what my internal was doing. And so I thought, how can I train myself to be fully relaxed no matter how chaotic the environment is? I could be around the president. I could be around, someone of high status or whatever. How could I remain relaxed, remain myself, no matter what's going on outside of me? And when I started meditating, I learned state control, controlling my mental state. Noticing when I'm getting stressed, noticing when my body is really tensing up. That was the one for me, like my jaw tenses up, my body, my muscles tense up. I noticed that my posture, like my body language got really condensed, right? And that was the first thing. I learned that my mind followed what my body did. So I would notice it in the moment in a high pressure situation or whatever, and I would relax my body. I would expand my posture. And I would breathe deep. And that little trigger, right? That was like a reminder that, okay, it doesn't matter what situation I'm in. I'm not different. I can stay relaxed. And it's training yourself how to be relaxed. I think a lot of us need it. I still need a lot of it. I still need practice with it. But we all need to train ourselves how to be relaxed. And then on top of that, how do you, because that's kind of like almost like faking it till you make it, right? It does work, but underlying that, you got to start changing yourself. You got to start doing things, taking action. You know, maybe getting your health right, maybe getting your fitness right, maybe teaching yourself something new, taking a leap into what you really want to do in life. And as you do things, as you take action, the momentum starts to build. And you'll look back and you'll be like, damn, I'm a lot more confident than I was back then. I'm a lot more sure of myself. And when you keep the promises that you make to yourself, that's huge. We want to do all these big things. But then in the end, we don't follow through. We might follow through for 2 days and then we just fall off again. If we stay consistent, we keep the promises we make to ourselves. Like we get up early, we read a book, go to the gym, eat well. All things that we know will make us feel better, will increase our confidence, but we fall back into old patterns. If we push through with a little bit of discipline, keep that promise that you made to yourself. Watch how your confidence shoots through the roof. Maybe face some tough things. Maybe face some challenges and overcome them. Maybe face your fears. For me, it was public speaking. I'm facing it. And I've noticed that I've become a complete new person. I show up differently. I carry myself differently because I'm more confident to speak in front of people. But I didn't have to do anything else. I could read books. I got a bunch of books on speaking or whatever. I could do all that. But really forget all that. All I had to do was just suck it up and do it. And whether I wanted to or not, life or the universe or God, whatever, threw me into situations or opportunities for me to face my fear. And it felt super uncomfortable, but now it's getting more comfortable the more I do it. If you actually believed in yourself, how much different would your life be? Like, I think about that all the time. How much more could I do? How much more could I accomplish? That's it. You just got to believe in yourself, and you can't just fake believing in yourself. Like, what are fears? What is fear? If you really try to think about what is fear? Why do we fear something? What is the reason for that? Maybe it's new. Maybe we can't fully control the outcome of it. And that means, right, it's the unknown. It's scary. We could fail. We could look stupid. We could get laughed at, whatever. But in the end, who cares? No one's going to remember it. We're not going to die. We're not going to lose our life over it, which means we're going to learn from it and move on and get better. Things that are unfamiliar, we don't like it because we don't have control. We don't know what the outcome is going to be, and our brain hates that. But my confidence soars when I hurl myself into something that is new or uncomfortable or unfamiliar, and I get my footing, I survive, and I start to thrive in those moments. We get such a huge dopamine surge when we face challenges and overcome them, when we face fears and overcome them, because that's growth. That is true growth. Pushing on that comfort zone, right? Expanding it till we get to a point where nothing can affect our confidence. We are relaxed. Nothing can really faze us on the internal because we've been through shit. And we have this inner knowing that, oh, I've been through it before, so I can survive now. And that's confidence. Oh, I don't care. I don't need to be that prepared. I know that I'm capable. That's confidence. So hopefully that helped. That's my thoughts. Check out my SpongeBob shirt. I think this is cool. Haven't worn it much, but shout out to SpongeBob, right? That's my video. Hopefully it helped. Peace.